Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, hello ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. I'm your host, The Report of the Week. Thank you for tuning in to this newest edition of the Running on Empty Food Review series. So, number one, I apologize that I haven't been able to do any videos lately. I know I try to do content at least with some degree of regularity. And I know I've been, maybe absent for a little longer than usual. I haven't been feeling well the last few days. As a matter of fact, it's probably been the worst I've been feeling, at least sick-wise, for years. And, based on all the signs, I mean, it's a very, very high likelihood that it probably is COVID, based on everything. The good news, though, is that I'm feeling a bit better. I mean, it's very gradual, each day a tiny little bit better than the last, but a little bit better than I have the past couple days. So as a result, I did want to get to the camera for a little bit and do a review. This is the deal of the century right here. So, sick or not, this is just one that you can't pass up. Can't even say that with a straight face. The Mariah Carey Menu from McDonald's. It came out on the 13th, and again, there's no way I'd be able to try it then. But I still did want to at least visit it and give a few thoughts thereon, and that'll be that. So, one other question you might have, is your sense of smell and taste and all that there? It is. So that's another reason why I could still do this. The Mariah Carey Menu is the latest celebrity meal, I don't even know what you want to call it, celebrity value menu, I guess, that McDonald's has. What it essentially is that if you go ahead and you download their app, and then you spend at least $1 at McDonald's, you are eligible for a free item, and there's a different free item each day that you can get. So you just kind of get little freebies each day if you use their app and kind of take advantage of this deal. If you take a look at the little graphic that I've included, you can see that each day has a different item, and I have a pretty bad sore throat, so I'm not going to go over each item, but you could see there in the graphic. Today's special was cheeseburgers. So I got myself a couple of cheeseburgers. It was just one cheeseburger. I think the big question, what the heck does this even have to do with Mariah Carey? And no one knows. I have no clue what this has to do with her. No one really knows at all. And that's that. It's just like there's a meal deal and they slapped Mariah Carey's name on it. I mean, I guess maybe she has eaten a cheeseburger before. I guess there you have it. So that explains the connection today. So there's the famous Mariah Carey Menu Cheeseburger. You can see it's a burger with cheese, the Mariah Carey edition. And again, what does this have to do with Mariah Carey? I have no idea. They said it's supposed to come in some Mariah Carey themed branding. None is to be seen anywhere, no bag, no nothing. So I don't know. It's got her name on it, I guess, and that's it. Nothing else that I could really find. But I will admit, it sounds like a good deal. Let's just take a bite of this cheeseburger and see if it tastes good. And then I'll share a few final thoughts on the deal itself. Alright, the Mariah Carey Menu Cheeseburger from McDonald's going in. Standard cheeseburger in terms of everything that you would expect from McDonald's, in terms of both the quality of the meat as well as the saltiness thereon, which is usually prevalent in terms of McDonald's. You have the standard slice of, American cheese thereon, as well as that pickle that I took a bite out of that you probably saw. All in all, everything blends together. It's a standard cheeseburger. There's not much else you could say. I mean, I guess I could sit there and I could say that it tastes free. So there's that. In the end, though, it's just a standard McDonald's cheeseburger. What more can you really say about it? It's not the best. Not the worst, though, either. The meat was a little juicy, which was nice to see. Sometimes they have a tendency these days of being rather dry. But it seemed well seasoned and, a little juicy as well. You could definitely see how there was that amount of cheese thereon. So, definitely was a cheeseburger from McDonald's. That's all that you could really say about it. Again, what does it have to do with Mariah Carey? No one knows. Don't expect, this doesn't have strands of Mariah Carey's hair in it, or any sort of glitter or anything sprinkled on. It's just a cheeseburger. You may have the fortune of having it in custom wrapping with the Mariah Carey logo or whatever on it, but in the end, that's all that there is to it. It's just a cheeseburger. Standard, though. Standard cheeseburger as far as McDonald's goes, anyway. So it's not like you're getting a subpar quality item just because you're applying this deal. I think that's what we could discern in terms of this. So, out of 10, I would give this cheeseburger, it's exactly what you'd expect from McDonald's. I'd give it a 6 out of 10, all things considered. But again, it's free. In terms of the meal deal itself, I think that it actually is a decent meal deal when you factor everything in. Yeah, you have to download the app, and, it is what it is these days. But you're probably getting 10 or I think 12 days of free stuff. Each day you're getting a different item that you could get for free. So, today was the cheeseburgers, and then tomorrow is going to be hotcakes, if you like those hotcakes, and then McDouble the next day, etc. Nuggets on one day, and a Big Mac on one day, I think. So you're getting all of these days of free stuff. You couple it together, it really is like a whole little feast there, essentially free of charge. Or factoring in the $1 you'd have to spend to, get this, it's at a reduced price either way. So factoring all of that in, materially speaking, it actually is a legitimately good deal, I would say. Is it silly and gimmicky? Because what does it have to do with Mariah Carey? Like I said, it still blows my mind. There's nothing about this. But Mariah Carey, everyone. So there you have it. As for me, everyone, they always focus on all I want for Christmas is you. Now, me personally, I'm more of a dream lover kind of guy, but yeah, Mariah Carey, though. Certainly very prominent musician and singer through the decades, Her music lives on. She's still here, obviously, but, All I Want for Christmas and everything, that gets on the charts and the radio every single holiday season, That's what I mean by that. It just keeps going and going, and it's one of those songs, it does get you in the mood, though, the holiday spirit. But, no, it's a decent deal, though. I'd recommend taking advantage of it. Again, some free items. Why not? So, all in all, a decent concept. Kind of silly to just slap someone's name on it, but that's all that there is to it. I don't really see a point in giving a numerical rating in terms of the deal itself. It just is what it is. Just know the food quality is okay. It's not subpar or anything. So, I would recommend checking it out. It's limited time. It's only going to be around a few more days, so get it while the getting's good. If you're interested, that's all that I have for you. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm your host, The Report of the Week.